the idea. Get upstairs.
It's my father when I spill paint in the garage. What? Folks, how you is? Great to be with you. Thursday, last day of the week. Anybody watching hockey last night? Just a tremendous sport. Toronto takes a 2-0 lead. The Maple Leafs, who are absolute chokers in the playoffs. They haven't won a cup. Arguably the best hockey town in the world. They are mental over the Maple Leafs. Haven't won a cup since, I think, 1967. Can you imagine that? And, I mean, they are like the Boston is for the Red Sox. They're fucking goo-goo. And they took a 2-0 lead over the defending champs. I still say, Florida, I just love the way they play. They're chippy, they're angry, they're dirty. Even when they fucking win and they'll smack you in the face for no reason. But they're down 2-0, and it's a different Leafs team, and I know you guys don't care about that. What else? Worked out yesterday. Hadn't been working out because I had pinched a nerve in my back. And, and I sleep about 5 hours a night because, whatever. And so I hadn't worked out in a while. So I haven't done curls in forever, I'm not, so I did like 4 sets of curls yesterday after doing shoulders or whatever the fuck. I cannot fucking straighten these to save my life. You guys that are 20 years, 30 years younger than me, you can't relate to this yet. I don't know what happens. Your tendons dry out or your ligaments, but I feel like I have cancer of the inner elbow. I mean, I was in the shower today, couldn't even rub one out. What? Haven't done that either in years. Hot water, and I was standing there like fucking rubbing my arms with letting the, fucking have the hot on 10. And it felt great till I get out of the shower, then they tighten right back. I can't even, between that and me going today for my testosterone pellets in my ass, I do that like every 3 or 4 months. I can't remember what it is. And how am I going to wipe myself? Andy? She's like, look, I agreed to the death do you part shit, but I'm not going that far. Well, it reminds me, it's so funny you said that because on The Sopranos, this guy, Richie Aprile, ran over him with his truck on purpose twice and paralyzed. And he's in a wheelchair, right? Well, right after it happens, he's in the hospital. He's got that, all those things they screw into your head. And he's laying there with all these things, And he's talking to Tony, and he's like, Tony, look what he fucking did to me, And Tony, and he goes, I can't even wipe my own nose. So Tony wipes his nose. He goes, no, Tony wipes his nose for him, and then he goes, I can't even wipe my own ass. Tony goes, your nose as far as I'm going. Beansy, you guys know. What else? Dallas went to Montreal because he's got a family to support. You know what I'm saying, Tiz? That's all I got. Next week, I hope to see you guys. And, boy, this isn't usually coming out of the gate strong today, is it? Maybe because of that fucking sleep apnea thing. Woke up in the middle of the night, and it's not that intrusive. They're small now. It's not that fucking thing you used to. But I took it off. I don't know. It was getting my upper lip, sore. Then I go back to sleep with it, and then I got to piss at 4:45. Oh. So when you wake up in the morning, you hit a button, it tells you how long you slept and shit. Not even 6 hours. Anyways, let's get to this. Enough of the shit. Tom Homan, you know who he is. Homan mansplains law to AOC. I love this guy. He is a pit bull. Borza, Tom Homan, fired back at Rep AOC. Democrat New York, thanks for clearing that up. Warning that the tables have now turned. That's in quotes from Homan. After she taunted him at a town hall addressing the Trump administration's deportations. Don't you know? Do you ever notice? And they always do this at Dems. I don't see the right doing it that often. I might be missing something. But when they get in front of a crowd of their own constituents, they get all cocky and shit. Whether it's Jasmine Crockett getting all black or shit, or they all they forget that this shit's going to go out. They really do. Or they just don't give a fuck because they have the media in their back pocket. But here she is getting all fucking hot and bothered and talking shat at the... Oh, this is first. They'll cut to that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's Laura Ingraham, who I call David Bowie. And she's very pretty in real life. I'm just saying, right there, she looks like David Bowie. All right.
Now, speaking of AOC, Tom, she actually mentioned you in a town hall last week.
She says she loves you.
When we first did one of these seminars, Tom Homan, then acting director of ICE, said that he was going to threaten to refer me to DOJ.
Threat.
What the hell's wrong with you? Look like a Puerto Rican whore.
Threaten. That's how you know they're young. Did she say any more? Oh, good.
Because I'm using my free speech rights in order to advise people of their constitutionally guaranteed protections, and he may want to do it again today. And to that I say, come for me.
Oh, I'll come on you, is what Tom said.
Come for me, she said.
No, he goes, I'll come on her.
Free every day.
How about that?
But we all know exactly what she's doing. Like I just said, she's educating the worst of the worst. How to invade law enforcement. But the tables have now turned. She's educating people how to get prosecuted. Because you have a final order. It is illegal to not comply with that order.
What's the order?
It's a crime to take steps to
impede ICE.
Not comply with ICE removal orders or not comply with ICE actions taken in custody. You can't hinder your own removal that was ordered by the federal judge. I would like AOC to read Title 8, United States Code 1253, because it's starting tomorrow.
That's what you know what I mean? It's not a fucking, I'm using my right to free speech. That's got nothing to do with it, you dope. It's already in writing. He just told you the number. Look it up. You can't impede ICE anymore. Okay? And that goes for every set. And they're just ignoring it. And they got to start. There has to be consequences for this broad and all the other lefties who just go, oh, fuck that. I don't know who the fuck. I mean, really, these things aren't going to have any teeth if you don't enforce them. Anyways, people were recommended to ask for warrants and record searches if ICE came calling. That's what she was telling the immigrant, illegals. And we're given tips on how to differentiate between different warrants ICE agents are likely to carry. Homan has suggested Ocasio-Cortez actions might be illegal and may impede ICE from, what do you mean may? From carrying out Trump's administration's mass deportations.
Yes, sir.
Goddamn right. You know what I'm saying to you? Oh, there she is.
Hello, I'm Mr. Ed.
A horse is a horse, of course, and no one can talk to a horse, of course. That is, of course, unless the horse is the
She gives good head.
Go right to the
All right.
source and ask
I don't know if they'll get
the horse.
flagged.
We'll give you
Kill
the
it.
answer that
Kill it.
you endorse.
Oh, it's me.
All was on
I'm telling
that
Del-
course. Talk to Miss.
Hello.
Hey! I'm being heckled by a horse. I'm looking at Dallas going, enough, kill it. Wow. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking a cup of coffee today. Again, I made it in the kitchen. Andy said, come here, I got to show you something. Cut to me 45 minutes later looking for my coffee. It's sitting on the coffee thing. It's over, folks. It is over. It's over, John. It's not over. You asked me, I didn't ask you. Anyway, we got a new sponsor today, and I'm very excited about. Get ready to win your fantasy league this season. Use actual data, not just crappy advice from your group chat when you get started with Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame app gives you access to advanced stats, historical data, and powerful tools that help you to be smarter. You're not throwing a dart in the dark at a dartboard, It was created by 2 Ivy League grads. Last time I checked, they're very smart. Excuse me, I'm sorry. And longtime sports fans. You can trust them to give you the tea. I'm using this tomorrow night. Florida Panthers at home against Toronto. And I'm going to make a bet on the Panthers. I feel so sure about this. And this thing makes it easy. Look at all the information, all the data, and it makes it so much easier. I wish I had this thing when the NHL playoffs started. I'll be rolling in it, as they say. Once you've built your parlay, you can even send it straight to your sports book with one click, automatically syncing with most major sports books like DraftKings and FanDuel. No manual entry, no wasted time, okay? They get this thing down to a science. For a limited time only, my fans not only get a 7-day free trial, but you also get 50% off your first month when you use code NICKDIP at checkout. Just download the Hall of Fame app on iOS or Android, enter code NICKDIP, and you are set to go. And we thank them for sponsoring the show today. And that's really helpful. You get all this information. Even when I play that football pool, I always go, the Eagles have already played Dallas twice this year, and you got to look it up and see, whatever. All that's right in front of you. So it's pretty cool, as they say. Let's move on, shall we? The Grill Master. What are you talking about, Nick? Well, I had to look it up, and it is an actual grill. But I think this is a great name for her. These are the things that I introduce into our lexicon. Like, I'll give you an example on Gutfeld's show. I'm the one who introduced the concept of visiting angels for Joe Biden. And now it's like a mainstay. People bring it up all the time. And I still say I was the first one because it was hours after Biden fell going up the stairs. The guy falls down up the stairs. Next day, it was all over the place. You guys do your research. That's the beauty of what do you call it? Twitter, X. It's like a copyright thing. It's like, here's the date the guy said. Anyways, Republican New York rep, and I'm a huge fan. You guys remember I thought she was going to be Trump's vice presidential pick, and I still, if she did, I'd love J.D. Vance, don't get me wrong. But I wouldn't have been disappointed because this woman is the grill master. Republican New York Representative Elise Stefanik, she was assigned by Trump to be the UN ambassador. But there's elections coming up in New York, and they need this seat to stay Republican. So that's a big compliment to her by Trump saying, you're not going anywhere. We need you here. Come back from the UN. That's a bullshit job. Stefanik grilled the president of Pennsylvania's Haverford College. I've done gigs in Haverford, Pennsylvania, during a congressional hearing Wednesday over disciplinary action on campus-related anti-Semitism since Hamas's deadly attack on Israel on October 7th of 2023. Haverford College President Wendy Raymond, just sounds like a Karen, tried to sidestep Stefanik's question, which is the biggest mistake you can make with this woman. Try to sidestep Stefanik's question of whether there had been any disciplinary action taken against a student group that was accused of anti-Semitism at the college. And here is her grilling. And this, it's exactly what you'd expect from today's, a president of today's any university. They're left-wing goo gob. They do the same tactic. They use the same tactics as Chuck Schumer does on Meet the Press, or any time a Dem is getting grilled. They feel no need at all to answer the question. Only Stefanik doesn't put up with it. And two presidents of universities have already been canned for doing this. She even mentions that, I think. But here's clip number one. This is the president of Haverford. That's Elise.
There was a student group on Haverford's campus who called for the complete dismantling of the apartheid settler colonial state of Israel by all means necessary. What does by all means necessary mean to you?
Invoking that kind of terminology is repugnant because of what it can mean, and I will not.
So does that depend on the context?
I will not defend that statement.
So what disciplinary action was taken against that group?
Next question.
Or those individuals who made that call?
Follow up.
Any disciplinary action?
Speak up, bitch. Hello?
Was there any disciplinary action
Look, it's got her stuck.
taken against that group or those individuals?
Those kinds of statements are.
I'm not asking you if they're
Very
repugnant. I'm asking about the disciplinary action. You were the one university president who failed to lay out
like
if
my wife
any
catching me
disciplinary
not taking
action
out
has
the
been
trash.
taken, if any suspensions or expulsions. So
I'm
I
not
am
asking
asking
you if you want to
was
do it.
there any disciplinary action taken?
Disciplinary action can include expulsion and.
I'm not asking what it can include. I'm asking, was it taken?
I will not be talking about individual cases here, and I'm saying that is.
So have there been any disciplinary actions taken by Haverford related to anti-Semitism? Any?
Disciplinary actions are absolutely in our work.
Have they been taken?
Against anti-Semitism.
Have they been
been
taken
taken.
by Haverford?
Yes, there have been some.
Well, what took you so long to say that, you fucking astronaut hairdo? Astronaut wife's hairdo? Oh, my God. Don't you love her? We got another one, right? Here's another one of her opening her head like a honeydew.
Another question I have, because this is a theme at Haverford, there was an administrator who said that, quote, racial minority students have never felt safe at Haverford, and that Jewish prospective students should not expect to feel safe and should instead be brave. This was according to litigation against your college. Was there any investigation into this administrator for making those statements?
I did send him a Whitman sampler.
That report does not reflect the administrators that I know who stand strongly with me and the entire college against anti-Semitism.
So that didn't happen, is your position? Was that statement not made by that administrator?
That statement does not comport with those administrators that I know.
I'm not asking if it comports with the administrators that you know. I'm saying, is it your testimony that that statement did not happen, even though it's coming out in litigation? So are you saying it did not happen?
She's the best at this.
What I am saying is that I cannot imagine that happening from those colleagues of mine.
Well, let me
did,
ask
you
you,
douche.
if it did happen, what disciplinary action would Haverford take against that administrator?
Spank him, silly.
At Haverford, we do not tolerate discrimination or harassment or bias.
Apparently you do.
And what does that mean, not tolerate? Does that mean suspension, firing of that individual? What does that mean?
Titty twisters.
It
Pink
means
bellies.
following all of our policies, which begin with investigation and then can lead to any of the aspects that you listed.
For the American people watching, you still don't get it. Haverford still doesn't get it. It's a very different testimony than the other presidents who are here today who are coming with specifics. So again, this is completely unacceptable, and it's why this committee has stepped in, because higher education has failed to address the scourge of anti-Semitism, putting Jewish students at risk at Haverford and other campuses across the country. I yield back.
Thank you. Yield back to the Italian fella in Savannah. Thank you, Representative. Imagine she said, I yield back to the Greasy Guinea in the Nick DiPaolo show. Why, I ought to get out of here. How about that? You see what happens when you do follow-up questions? Excuse me. And I said to Dallas, can you imagine if the media did their job like that? Imagine when Biden was in office, if that's how the media, said, well, that's not what I asked you, Mr. President, or any of these shows. They'll do it when Trump is being questioned. But a Democrat hasn't heard shit like that as far as politicians go in a million years because they own the fucking media. Even Fox News is wishy-washy. They don't come with a tough follow-up. Like, you're full of shit. Just admit it, you hate Jews. That's what I would have said. You're the president of a Jew-hating club. Is that not right? You're out of order. Ow! I can't even laugh. How am I going to yank it? Look at T-Rex hands. Great band, by the way. Boys and girls, you like stand-up comedy? I used to. I do. And I'll be performing it, what am I looking at next week? I act like it's miles off. Next Thursday and Friday night, May 15th and 16th, at Zanies in Rosemont, Illinois, a tremendous comedy club. Us guys, a lot of us, we prefer theaters because you don't have again. I'm not disrespecting waiters and waitresses. That's how you make your money. I'm just saying you don't have that distraction at a theater and blah 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 whatever. But this club is one of the. There's certain clubs that we still love, and this is one of them. I think Helium in Philly, Acme Comedy Club, but this is a beauty, and I love going there. So Thursday night and Friday night of next week, come see me at Zanies in Rosemont. If you want to support my show, go to nickdip.com, go to the merchandise page, and we have more stuff than TJ Maxx. Nick DiPaolo, we got a new item, tap shoes, which I was a big dancer back in the 50s. And Nick DiPaolo fake microphones, and we got nipple clamps. It's hard to sign those, they're very tiny. But get the hats and all that stuff at nickdip.com. And finally, if you want to watch my entire show and Louder with Crowdy, you can do all that. Let's see if I can do it without looking at it. With one subscription, ad-free, right? You click on it, and the link is down below, Rumble Premium, and you get all that ad-free with one click of the button. So join Rumble Premium. And again, the link is right there.
Hi, good night, everybody.